No. Oh, got him. Got him. So these are the needles that I have. I don't know what they are called. It says best needles, but you don't really find anything with that. They are actually leather working needles. So this is what people use to sew leather. So they are a bit more sturdy, they're thicker, sturdier, and they're also longer, which makes them perfect for also insert sewing because they are very sturdy, as I've said, and easier to hold, and they don't break as easily because sewing paper is actually quite a pain. So for the length, I take about 3 times the length. So 1, 2, and then 3. This is all just eye measurement. You really don't need to be too exact, and I don't really care because I have a lot of this thread and it's really nice thread. I like it a lot. Okay, for getting your thread into your needle, I guess, what I do is I thread it through, and then with the needle it won't focus, but I guess you can. Please focus. Please, please, please. Nope, sorry. So I poke through the thread itself, so in the middle of the thread, and then I pull at this part, and what it does, it kind of locks the thread into place so that it doesn't move later on, even if I pull. It's quite secure. Oops, that was my dad's tablet. Okay, and then you can do this on the other side. I like to use 2 needles at a time because I will show you later. I think I've already shown this in the last video, right? Ouch. Ow. Okay. Today's not my day. So you poke it through, pull at this thing, and then you have it kind of locked in place and it will not move later on. So now our thread looks like this. We have 2 needles and then the thread is connected with them. And we're going to start. So the method of sewing that I use is called saddle stitching. And basically, no wait, I should start from the other side. So I go in and then I pull about until it's the middle. So now you just wait, maybe if I move this away you can see it better. Can you? Not really, right? Because the thread is white. Dang it. Okay, so now you have it like this, and with the part that's already outside, you go back in. No wait, usually I go from the outside. Sorry, I'm confused today. So I go out from the second hole. Ouch. Pull this through, and while pulling this part tight, so the one I just pulled outside, I use the other one and go back in from the same hole and pull this here through. So now when you pull tight, you have a stitch on the outside and a stitch on the inside. So you just go like this the whole way through until the end of your notebook. And yeah, so that's what we're going to do. I think it's a little bit easier, depending on which side you poke through, it's a little bit easier to start with that side. So I'm going to start with the inside. I'm going to pull this part tight, and then I'm going to go back in with the other needle and pull it tight. So that's what we're going to do, the whole length. I'm not going to talk the whole time through. I think I'll just speed it up or try and leave in as much footage as possible so you can just see it for yourself. If you still don't... No, come on, it got stuck. If you still don't understand the way of sewing, I'm really sorry, I can't explain it very well. I learned it online myself. Just look up saddle stitching. I will link it in the description box down below. You can yeah, so I will not link it. I will just because I don't know which video I saw this from, but I will just write down in the description box what this sewing method is called, and then you can look it up. I think there are a lot of tutorials, especially on leather making, which uses this method of sewing. And I think it's also one of the most secure way of sewing, and it looks really neat. So I'm gonna show you when I'm finished. You're gonna see how neat the sewing looks and just how well put together and not professional, but it does look very nice. So I really like this sewing method. I also quite like sewing in general. I feel like it's really fun. And you really don't need a lot of supplies. I mean, the only thing you really need is a needle and some thread. And yeah. And I also do like to somehow, I like fixing clothes. So if my clothes have some kind of stuff, I will fix that as well. Okay, so now that we're at the end of our... Ow! Oh boy. Ouch. Okay. So now that we're at the end of our insert, I want to have the thread be on the inside. So I'm going to... Here you have your thread. And I'm going to go through the last stitch. I'm going to pull this like this, and then I'm going to go back into the hole, pull the needle through, and this will kind of have a knot on here. I think I messed it up. I should have... Oops. That was my mistake. Gotta go back out. And then... Oh boy. Wait. Okay, let's go back through the last one. So, go in from one stitch, from the second to last stitch. Pull it through. Oh gosh, that's so dang difficult. And then usually I would... Still hurts. Now we're just going to make a knot down here. This really isn't a scientific method because I've actually got no idea what I'm doing right now. I'm just doing whatever to secure a knot. And I mean, it's just a knot, so you can't really make a lot of mistakes by tying a knot. And yeah, so that's what I do. I think this is secure enough. If I feel like it's not secure enough, I'll just sew once through it, and that will secure it pretty well. So that's what we're going to do. So sorry, my fingers, I'm starting to sweat, so yeah, come on please. Ugh. Why is this so difficult right now? Oh, okay, got it. Oops. So yeah, that's it. That's our knot. And I like to leave some overhang of thread cut off, and that's it. So we've sewn it. Let's take out our clips and see how it looks. Oh, this is quite nice. I like this. It's very huge though. So now comes the, I guess a little bit more annoying part, because you have to cut down your pieces of pages. And the easiest way to do this is, of course, with a Stanley knife. And I have one right here. I'm gonna pull this out because it's a little bit easier to work with. And you need a ruler. And so what you want to do is you want to press down onto your pages. And so, like this. Press down onto your pages, but do not press down on your knife. So when we cut this, we are actually only using pressure on this. So I only press down here, but with the Stanley knife, I just glide over it so that it does not tear the pages. Because if you use pressure on the knife, it will just use very light pressure, so not as to not press at all, but don't really press down. Just use moderate pressure and let it glide over there. Okay, so now I've read through it so many times my hands actually hurt, but we are almost at the end now. I only need to cut off the excess part of the cover. So that's what I'm going to do. Actually, I could just do these with the scissors because I think that might be a little bit easier. Oh no, I've actually already cut it. I just didn't realize. And I've cut too much. That's okay. That's not too bad. So I'm just gonna cut off the excess and snip. Nice. So these are all the pieces of paper that I have left now, and yeah, I'm just gonna use them as maybe tip-ins or something. And we have our finished journal. Trust me to really only glide over your pages. It hurts so badly, my arm, because you need to use quite a lot of pressure on the ruler, but just not any pressure at all on your knife, and glide over it multiple times. It takes forever, but it will be worth it because at the end you will have a very nice line. So you will have quite a straight line and not those jaggedy. If you have tried to use a Stanley a Stanley knife to cut paper, you will know what I mean. If you use pressure with the knife, you will have really jaggedy lines and those look not cool. So just be careful and go over it multiple times. And this is our journal. I don't know what I should think about it because I'm still not sure if I'm gonna leave this part up here or if I'm gonna cut it down. I mean, I could if I want to. Just to try it out, I'm gonna put it into my olive because I have one unused thread in here. Oh, I forgot to show. No, well, we can show this later. So I would have to slip it in. Oh, if I want to use it, I would have to cut a slit into here. So that the elastic doesn't mess it up. So this would be how it looks like in the Travis notebook. I can still cut this up. I think I'm gonna cut this up because it looks terrible. Okay, let's cut it off. Let's cut it off. I'm so sorry for this video. I know it's super messy. Okay. Yeah, that looks a lot better. So this is my journal. I can decorate the front page if I want to, or I can just start writing. I will probably decorate it somehow, maybe, I'm not sure. And yeah, so let me show you the binding, because I think that's the most interesting part maybe. So as you can see, it looks very neat on the outside and on the inside as well. This is the knot. I don't know how to end this. I have no idea, so that's why it looks so messy, but I think it's okay. Let me flip through it so that you can see it. So and that's it. Yay! Oh, this is so beautiful. Can't wait to write on this one. Makes me so happy. Yeah, it's quite thick, honestly. It's so thick. Yeah, but I think this is going to be a really nice notebook once it fills up. I can't wait to use this one. I only have a few pages left in my Midori one. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 pages left, so this is gonna be finished in no time. Yeah, we are finished with this video. Thank you so much for bearing with me. I'm so sorry that it was so messy and that I couldn't explain it well, but yeah, I'm really glad I gave the junk journal a second chance. It was super fun to make this, and I can't wait to see it fill up. So yeah, I hope this was nice to watch, I guess. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys stay well. I hope you stay creative, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.